Hey everyone, I'm just waiting to see when YouTube says we're live. We're not. But anyway, God bless everyone. Hope everyone's doing okay. It's Friday. It is June 5th, and I'm very glad it's Friday. Um, let's see if that works.
Hey everyone.
Yeah. Okay.
Please wait.
All right. So, from the East Coast, welcome to Pine Grove News Live. Yeah, storms may be coming. Storms yesterday. I think we got reports somewhere of some mid-Atlantic storm. Let's see. Yeah, right here. At least 3 dead and more than 500,000 without power as rare. And I've been corrected on this and I still don't know how to pronounce it. The ratio rips through mid-Atlantic U.S. I think I said it right. Anyways, my wife is home from there, so I'm not worried about that. Which she's not there, and she was up here in New York. Now she's home, and she's got to go through 2-week quarantine, 14 days. She loves it. Got to pay her. So she's finally out in New York, and I told you. But she's going to be driving 45 minutes to work on her new job each way. So what does that equal to? Hour and a half? Yeah. So I don't have much, okay? I didn't have time to look. Like I said, I normally have an extra hour to look, but I do not have that anymore. So I'll give you what we got. Well, as you saw, the first article we had up here, the reason why, I guess, the stock market was up 890 plus points. Go figure. I don't understand that at all. I don't. With all the, there's still a lot of companies that are out of business. There's a lot that are not open. Some are just open partially. How do you cover up a loss like that? And here, right here, the unemployment falls to 13.3. Originally was at what, 14.7 or something like that. And 2.5 million jobs were added. So where were the 2.5 million jobs? Is that the contract tracers? Is that where, because it's usually federal. When that many jobs are created in such a short time, it's federal. So I can almost guarantee you contact tracers are in there. And it's mostly all federal, all government. Yeah. So, did you see the other news? I guess it was in Washington, right? I didn't. It was on mainstream media, Fox News. The 5. It comes on at 5 o'clock, at least Eastern time. They painted in yellow, big, huge letters all the way down this. They're calling it Black Lives Matter Plaza. It's a street, and they painted in yellow Black Lives Matter. Okay, and I was in Washington. What the hell for? Why? Dude, I mean, come on, man. Are the blacks appeased with a street named after them? I mean, I don't get it, man. Things are just, it's just really weird. I mean, why? By doing this, you're still separating people. We're supposed to be, joining together and being as one, not separating each other, not taking a whole street and painting, which I've never ever seen before. Of course, I haven't been too far. A street, just painted in big yellow, huge letters, anything. So, and I still don't get. Somebody finally told me what well, maybe two things of what kneeling down in front of the protesters was about. Any case, I believe it was kneeling. Well, because I saw it. What was it? These guardsmen? Yeah, guardsmen. Supposedly guardsmen in gear that was just given to them from a prop or wardrobe show store. So them kneeling down doesn't mean much to me. You know, if they're not real soldiers, I mean, who are they? I mean, could be UN personnel, could be anybody. But in any case, as I stated before yesterday, I'm not kneeling down to anybody. I never will. You'll have to force me. You'll have to take my legs out or something to force me to kneel. I will not do it. I'm only going to do that when Jesus returns, when my God returns. He's the only one that I'm going to kneel to. And I'll probably just crumple up into a big ball and be as dead like everyone else. In any case, kneeling down before the Black Lives Matters movement. Has anybody ever studied the Black Lives movement and the people involved, the people in the higher up who are in charge? I did this a couple years ago when they first came out in that Brown riot. I don't know where it was. It's just a faded memory, except for the name and the things that the guard used or the police used, and it was military equipment, and that was the those sonic arrays on top of these MRAPs that make you feel like you're burning up, and other things it does to the mind. Certainly do not want to experience that if it's true. But in any case, Black Lives Matter came out of that movement. And even then, they were starting to shoot cops. They were literally targeting policemen. Well, they're not policemen anymore. I'm going to call them cops because, that's what I called them when I was younger. They were policemen or officers. And they don't police anymore. They just, shoot people. For the most part, they do. I can tell you can go to, it's the Free Thought Project. Why don't we just go there? There is all kinds. This is what this person does for the most part. I don't know this person, and we're going to talk about this one right here. Very terrible tragedy in Baltimore. Well, it says Buffalo Police Department. I thought it was Baltimore, but yeah, it's B. But anyway, all kinds of stuff here. Shocking video shows cops doing drive-by shooting with rubber bullets on kids. Seriously, there are a lot of stuff in here that cops do that you probably should need to know about. But in any case, you probably already do. So, I understand that the cops, most of them, I don't really know if it's even most of them, but they seem to be trained in military style tactics, and that is just coming out shooting first and asking questions later. And yes, please, defund them? No way. Are you kidding me? I don't particularly like policemen anyway, just what they stand for, but Jesus says that we have to follow the laws. If we follow the laws and the rules, we won't see the policemen. Sorry, we won't see the cops. If you're not getting into trouble and you're not breaking the law, there's no reason why you won't see the cops, unless they're in a parade. But in any case, the leader of the Black Lives Matter came out one time, and she was asked questions about what she needs for her movement. And a couple of those things that I remember very well was, one, that every white person who dies, their inheritance should go to her. to her. I don't know, meaning her and Black Lives Matter. I doubt it, but that's what all white people should do. Give up their inheritance to the black people. Or, I'm sorry, not to the black people, to her. I hate using that word, black people. I hate using the word African American, because I'm telling you, people, there's a lot of people that are born in America. They weren't born in Africa. I don't go around, like I said the other day, I don't go around calling myself a Cherokee Indian quarter. I don't do that. A Cherokee American, because I got Cherokee, I got Indian, French, German, Indian. Okay? Even though my mother told me one time it was Polish, but I'm sorry, I looked up the name Lawrence, and it is not Polish, it's French. Lawrence, not I. But anyway, I don't know why she would lie to me, but that's what she told me. I just researched my name. I did the, what do you call that? The genealogy stuff. But this is what Black Lives Matter, the head of the organizer of this particular movement, at least back then, that's what they wanted. That's what she wanted. She wanted every white American. I mean, did you see that video the other day of a woman, apparently she was black, stopped over on the side of the road while these three women, white women, to me there were three women. Okay, do you get the point here? Stop calling each other names of, who cares about ethnicity? Who cares where you came from? I don't care where you came from. This is America. Americans come from everywhere. And the only problems I have were ones that cover their head. But that's my problem. I don't hate them. I just I hate what the religion stands for, and it's not a love relation, not a love religion. Not, of course, a lot of Christians claim to be, love one another, and then they don't. It's all messed up. Anyway, it's just all messed up. It's all upside down, topsy-turvy. Good is evil, evil's good. Right? That's what it is. And Antifa, simply, every time I've seen them or heard of them or watched a video of them, they are attacking people. They literally, I saw them one time pull an old man out of a car and smack him around. What the hell for? I mean, what the hell for? I mean, I don't know. I know talking about this is touchy with a lot of people, but you know what? You need to get over it. You really do need to get over it. I know people that I can talk to, whatever color you claim that they are, and I can talk to them about anything. Some say that they can talk about these things, but then you could tell when you triggered the wrong question or whatever, asked the wrong question, or asked the question that triggered something. You know what I mean? I'm saying everything backwards. But anyway, so we'll get into more of that, because there's a couple of videos here from that particular site. What was that again? Come on, folks. What was that again? Free Project, the Free Thought Project. Okay, that's what that was. So we'll get back to it, because I don't know if we should go right to it right now. Anyway, I'm just going to stop and go as I got, because I can't think right now. Here's our Friday weekly volcanic activity report, May 27th to the 2nd. Okay, new activity and unrest was reported for 3 volcanoes. During the same period, ongoing activity was reported for 13. Okay, so we're still up there in number. And 3 more new activity or unrest. So the new activities listed here, as you can see: Indonesia, Um, I can't pronounce that. Chuckandack Island, Cleveland, and the ongoing activity. Um, just good to know how many are actually going off out there and where actually they are, which is mostly, I would gather, in the Ring of Fire. Right? All right. Oh, yeah, this one. End time headlines. Major signs indicate the Antichrist's imminent arrival. Um, maybe. I'm just saying maybe. There's a lot of things that are indicating that almost any minute now. I mean, he has to come in. We'll just read a little bit of this and let you know exactly what that, according to End Time Headlines, uh, thinks is the timing of all this. So one Bible scholar is warning that there will be several signs to indicate the imminent arrival, and we've gone over them for the past 5 years, of the Antichrist of the Bible and return of the Lord according to Express. Now, you know what the Express is, right? That is a UK paper, I believe. Let's just go there for a second. And they're usually a lot quicker than that. Something's holding it up. So usually it says where they're from, what they do. Here you go. Home of the Daily and the Sunday Express. Anyway, sometimes it's just a, what do you call it? It's kind of like the National Enquirer. I keep referring to that. Remember that used to be in the aisles on the checkout lanes and had very sensational headlines. And the articles almost never really met with the title. In any case, so whatever happened, I just lost it. So, well, maybe that was not meant to be then. This is a picture of the biggest American free flying flag, which apparently was torn in half on Wednesday's storms here in the U.S., torrential storms that passed through Sheboygan County Tuesday night and left plenty of damage in their wake, including some symbolic damage. The world's largest free flying American flag, which stands on the property of Acuity Insurance along Interstate 43 in the city of Sheboygan. Yeah, ripped it in half. Go figure, right? Symbolic, yeah, of what's been going on. Yeah, American being torn in half. They certainly are trying. Yeah. So I don't know where that, it just disappeared. All right. So, End time headlines, I believe that was. Surprised we don't see it along the edge here. Anyway, that was the Express, right? So let's just keep moving then. Well, that's a duplicate. I don't know what's going on here, folks. I don't remember getting that twice. New York, new NWO report. Okay. Deep State Democratic Party George Floyd riots. New York City looters caught arriving in a luxury $350,000 Rolls Royce to ransack the store. Yeah, I didn't get the headline. I didn't see it. Yeah, I was just talking. Had with my normal conversation that I have with the West Coast. Yeah, apparently there was a lot of these cars. A lot. These cars were in a lot. Not that there was a lot. Anyway. And a few of them were stolen. Yeah. $350,000 cars, and you're just going to let somebody drive off on them? Guess what, people? What does that mean? What does it mean for all these things that are burned and broken into and all these things stolen? Insurance. We're going to be bailing out the insurance companies again, which is basically, I guess, they're symbiotic, the insurance companies and the bankers. The bankers were bailed out one time, and it was actually an insurance company, and the insurance company was definitely bailed out. I remember that because the CEOs, the hot bigwigs up there, got bonuses, which a lot of people were furious about, including me. But in any case, that's what will happen. Yeah, I mean, our grandchildren's grandchildren, unless there's a reset, and there has to be a reset. Come on, folks, you know that's coming, right? I mean, just write off $3 billion, give it to the people, pay off the insurance companies. Seriously, the insurance companies need to be paid off. They make billions. Anyway, and there's a video on Telehub, and this is him right here, which is every time I select a tweet in here that he talks about, because he's talking about apparently New York City policemen that were caught breaking into a place. They had a steel cutting tool, those round discs that cut cement and steel, and then I went and clicked on it and it disappeared. There's a lot of the videos or shots from Twitter that are put on Shep's page here, and when you click on them, you just don't get them. So I don't know what happened to it, but it was there, and I couldn't find it after that. But just wanted to mention that it's probably why the people not really getting arrested on the scene, because they're looting too. I mean, talking about defunding police, right? They don't, in most cases, they don't get paid enough as it is for what they do. Well, what they used to do anyway. So you defund them, and we talked about this yesterday. So, what do you think it's going to be like when there's no police anywhere? Total anarchy. Total lawlessness. We talked about that too, and that's where we're at. Total lawlessness. Here, okay? I stopped this at here because I thought I saw 3 of them, but they're only saying 2 of these officers pushed down this 75-year-old gentleman here who actually went up and confronted these officers. I understand their reaction, but they need to go get some kind of biofeedback or anger management, because first of all, you don't push anybody, let alone a 75-year-old man. And I want you to notice this thing right here. See this where his head is? That is blood starting to pool out. Okay, we're going to watch it from the beginning. You'll see what happens. And then you'll see that it is blood because it pools. So he is either dead or on his way. So here we go. See? In the way, they're pushing the protesters back. No matter who it is, push him down. And that's where the blood starts. This gentleman goes to try and help him, or at least see what is up. And this officer says, no, no, no. This one just looks down like, what the heck did I just do? I can't believe it. But whatever. Just paraphrasing, just putting words in his mouth. You see the blood is pulling out even faster now. I don't think that gentleman's going to survive. You watch that, because it just goes on. See, it's pulling more. I did notice that his thumb was moving, so he's still alive.
Back up. Get off the steps. Let's go. Get back.
Better get an ambulance for him.
We have EMT on scene.
And these are all emergency response people. They were not fired, as this article goes and say, but they are not allowed to be on the ERT team anymore. Oh no, slap his hand. No, we got to start holding them responsible for everything that they do. That's the problem. Not defund them, hold them responsible for everything that they do. Come on, man. I know. This everything is just, I think it's just gone. So everybody, what we got up here? Oh yeah, this is another one where a protester, okay, this is a policeman, I'm sorry, cop, whatever you want to call him. Somebody comes by and puts lighter fluid on the back of him and sets it on fire. Okay, watch.
No le pegamos,
Let's watch again. We got siren in the background here too.
No le pegamos, okay?
I want to catch this woman. So there you go. Yeah, no problem. Just light them on fire. So, you think he deserves that? I mean, didn't your mommy ever tell you that, one wrong after another doesn't make it right? Any case, man, it's just gonzo out there. And, I guess the best thing that we could do is just pray for the innocent not to be lost, and that the lost can be found through prayer and have their whatever the Lord needs them or anyone else to do. Put these people in front of the watchmen, the teachers and the preachers, and help them see that there's a better way. I mean, if you don't believe anything, I mean, just pick up the Bible and just learn about the response, the rules, the laws, and what happened if you broke them. And it's basically a book on how to live properly, But in any case, some people don't want to pick it up because, oh no, it was written by men. Yeah, it was. And so was every other book on this earth, but you all read them and hide them, put them in high standards, whatever. In any case, I don't pray. I think America is going to go through whatever it's going to go through, and that's up to the Lord. It's not up to us. So I'm not going to pray for America. I mean, I have prayed that America somehow miraculously, because it would take that, to be healed of all this. And then we got Trump. We prayed for him, and we're appeased with that, I guess, happy with that. And then now all this, I really don't think we deserve any kind of saving. I know the people are, genuinely good people. Those people there on the videos, that's not the majority of the people. It's not. It's a small number of people. It just happens to be put out to a large amount of an audience, just a big audience. So anyways, people, if you're going to pray for anything, I'd definitely pray for, divine intervention and just that, to save the lost ones. While all this is going on, I'm sure there are people, who've been depressed already. I mean, we still are going through record amounts of servicemen killing themselves, suicide, teenagers, and teenagers too, but college students. That's the number one death there. Number two is accidents, car accidents. So I don't know, man. We just need to, and basically, in the New Testament, there was a new covenant made. The old covenant wasn't done away with completely. It just there was a new one installed, and all Jesus told us to do was to love one another. That's it. Love one another as you would love yourself, love your neighbor. I mean, just love one another. And I'm just telling, ask Jesus, for that agape love, because a lot of people think they know what love is and they don't. I didn't. Certainly the love that I thought I knew doesn't exist. It exists in the world, and you see it, right in there. That's it. So anyway, no, we have to change. We have to change. We don't have to defund the cops. We don't. We just and there isn't. It's not that prophecy. In prophecy, this is not the time for that. We've had that time, and we just let it go. If you understand the signs of the times, I mean, this is, ranks right up there with any second now, with all this lawlessness that the New Testament talks about. The Gospels is what they talk about. Lawlessness and iniquity abounds, everywhere. And we just have to continue, go pray, continue to our relationships with God, and make them stronger. That relationship, when that's stronger, you become stronger, and hopefully people will see a change in you and ask, well, what happened? Anyway, so with that, everyone, gone way too long. Not a lot of news, just little things like this, and I'm kind of tired of putting it out there, but it's got to go. People got to realize where we are. So with that, everyone, God bless. Have a great Sabbath, and peace out.